Yeah, so let me give you first an example. So today, if you are an architect and someone asks you to expand or add more stories to a two-story building, the first thing you need to check is the foundation. Are the foundations strong enough to really add more floors, expand that construction? So if I want to take you back to a little bit of history until the 1990s, this is where the rise of the internet started getting along at the early 90s, and then we got the rise of the cloud in the 2010. All that actually expanded more the concept of having more SaaS-based applications, SaaS-based offerings. More people are starting to get interconnected together. But what we forgot actually during this whole cycle of evolution was the foundation of networks. How networks are really able to accommodate all that data that's going to be transmitted, all this data of exchange of information that's going to happen. And this is where today at Riverbed we believe that the digital networking and the digital transformation is going to rely on the foundation of it is the digital networking itself. And it's similar like we were able to build applications. Applications are like the body of a Ferrari car, right? But the engine in it was still like a Fiat, right? So digital networking today, and this is what we're trying to build in Riverbed, relies on three main foundations. The first foundation of our offering, or the first pillar, is building software-defined networks that's going to have unifying all these decision making to really route applications based on performance, based on the best paths, based on orchestration. That's the first pillar. The second pillar is to be able to accelerate those application delivery by giving more performance to networks. And the third pillar mainly is monitoring the network performance to be able to make decision making based on the best paths, based on the best policies to route applications to make sure end user experience is always maintained to the highest levels. Yeah, so going back again, we believe by 2020, 80% of organizations will move to SaaS-based applications, right? And this decision is not coming simply from IT, it's coming from business, it's coming from marketing, it's coming from CFOs, right? It's a demand, it's a must actually. And the challenge comes in how we're gonna maintain good end user experience, how we're gonna maintain productivity. And this is where Riverbed, and we believe our offering for cloud-based SaaS performance acceleration will help those organizations, will help those decision makers to maintain higher productivity, achieve and improve end user experience, while at the same time we're going to help those decision makers to have better time to market, which is a business decision at the end of the day, and at the same time maintain or even increase revenue growth, right? All this is achieved by at least 10% or 10 times more acceleration to any SaaS-based application. And I can name for you Office 365, I can name for you Salesforce, I can name for you Box, I can name for you even cloud-based applications. So this is becoming essentials for decision makers to achieve higher speed, higher access, and at the same time the whole purpose and the whole process from a business perspective is maintaining end user experience, increase productivity, achieve faster time to market, as I said earlier. It's all decision making, and this is what we enable organizations achieve in our cloud-based SaaS acceleration performance. Yeah, everyone actually is asking me about this OEM agreement. So actually this OEM agreement helps our ability and increase our ability and capability to enhance and address new highly scalable and large enterprise networks, right? So our OEM will fall under the capability of being able to give higher scalability to our organizations, to large enterprise networks, to give a better state-of-the-art carrier-grade routing capabilities. At the same time, we will get the advanced security features that comes along, right? So it's like, actually I would say it's a win-win situation. As I said earlier, SD1 is about performance, about routing applications based on decision making, and those decision making comes in performance. So this OEM, along with the Riverbed portfolio that I already described, the digital networking capabilities, from network performance monitoring, from application acceleration, along with the SD1 capabilities and concepts, will give a solid offering to our customers to enable them go build state-of-the-art networks, or let's mention it as the next generation networks to deliver SaaS-based applications. I personally, for example, meet many CIOs in a week and in a month, right? And on any table of these CIOs, or C-level, I would say, their challenge is always, how can we digitally transform our business without really impacting this whole process that has been already in place, because people resist change by design. That's human nature. And at the same time, they need a sort of a mechanism where this change, if once introduced, will be fruitful, not impactful, right? So we enable those decision makers, we enable those C-level people to drive that change and to go into the digital transformation journey. We're doing it simply, we have the capability of having a full portfolio where you're giving visibility and control, right? Today you can go and look for vendors. They can offer you for you solutions, either that falls under visibility or it falls under control, but none of them have this full integration or this full bird eye view on how you can really make decisions based on performance while giving you the control you need on your platform. So that's why I would say we enable any C-level today in any organization to go into any decision making based on data. And that's why I would always say without data, you're simply another person with an opinion, right? So we're equipping our C-level team, customers, our customers with decision making that they need to do decisions on daily basis with the right data they need, and we give them as well the control to take actionable insight based on this data. Users are becoming more demanding, right? For the fact simply because today technology is in every part of your daily life, right? So it's not only for work, it's only as well for your personal life. So you use, I'm gonna tell you, whenever you go back home, you use your own internet to browse, for example, for some sites. You use your mobile to even place groceries. So, you know, I'm just giving you an example. So the technology has penetrated every aspect of your life, right? And today, since people have access to such a technology from a personal perspective, and they are getting good experience because they are leveraging 5G, for example, connectivity, 4G connectivity, they expect the same end user experience at work, right? And this is becoming much more challenging for C-level people to give the same experience they expect. Now today, whenever you go for, and we all know that work processes and work environments are much more challenging because the tasks that you do are much more complex than simply placing an order on a grocery. It requires much more analytics engine, it requires much more processing power. And moving to the cloud, because since this is becoming an adoption, or even if you are building state-of-the-art data center, gaining or giving the same performance they expect is the challenge itself. So I would say the main challenge is maintaining good end-user experience, is maintaining a proper delivery of applications, is maintaining higher productivity ratios for their employees because this is a financial decision, and at the same time, faster time to market.